All right, let's get a look at some headlines from around the world. We're going to head over to London, where Imtiaz Tyab is standing by, following several stories for us, including really the desperate search for survivors now in Indonesia.
Yeah, hey, Anne-Marie, good to talk to you. Indeed, a very terrible earthquake in Indonesia where we're starting today. What we do understand is that rescue workers are frantically searching for survivors after the island of Sulawesi was struck with a 6.2 magnitude earthquake earlier today. At least 34 people are dead, hundreds more injured, and thousands have been displaced. Indonesia is extremely vulnerable to earthquakes because it lies on the so-called Ring of Fire, a sort of line of frequent quakes and volcanic eruptions that sort of stretch across the Pacific Rim. Now, the last time this area was struck was only in 2018, when over 2,000 people lost their lives in an earthquake and ensuing tsunami. Okay, staying in Asia, where North Korea has a new type of submarine launched ballistic missile. It's one of several missiles on display at a parade overseen by leader Kim Jong Un. State media is describing it as a, quote, the world's most powerful weapon. The display caps 4 years of erratic ties between Pyongyang and Washington under the Trump administration. What started with insults really quickly turned into declarations of love by President Trump. And despite the apparent warming of relations, the White House has made very little concrete progress in negotiations over North Korea's nuclear program. All right, let's cross over to Argentina. Argentina, which has become one of just a handful of countries in Latin America to allow for elective abortion. President Alberto Fernandez signed a bill into law that allows abortion up to 14 weeks of pregnancy, saying, and I quote here, "Today we have a better, more equal society." Although the law is being supported by women's rights groups, some religious groups have criticized it, including Pope Francis, who, as you know, is originally from Argentina. He himself has expressed his disapproval. Now, finally, in an unprecedented move, the United Nations Human Rights Council will hold a second secret ballot to pick its new president after countries including China, Russia, and Saudi Arabia blocked the originally selected candidate, who is from Fiji and is considered to be a very credible human rights champion. Now, this situation is being described as, I quote here, very, very messy, and is widely seen as part of an effort to steer the Council away from criticizing nations over alleged abuses of individual rights and move it more towards focusing on things like advances in economic and social rights instead. Now, we understand that this unprecedented second vote, the results of that will come out later today. Anne-Marie.
Imtiaz Tyab, thank you so much, Imtiaz.